After 9/11, a number of senators or former senators asked me to do some talks for senators and stuff. And what you discovered, and it was natural in those days, the Middle East was not taken seriously, And so most senators or congresspeople had somebody on their staff that handled the Middle East. So they would then just rely on that person who would then write a report for them. And so when I met with President Biden, he was open to wanting to understand this, but you could see that, he's an expert on Europe, as he said, and particularly on France. And this wasn't part of what he was aware of or used to. John Kerry turned up at one of the briefings that I gave him. Kerry's a very brilliant guy, but there was no sense of that. And all of that shifted significantly really after 9/11. But that set the stage for the problem that we had. President Bush made went to a mosque and made a very nice statement. On the other hand, we invaded Iraq and basically said, it was to liberate and we occupied.
I'm wondering, you have studied Islam for years. You've taught it for years. You have books literally called How to Understand Islam and Muslims. I'm paraphrasing now. What's something that you still don't understand about Islam and Muslims?
I come from a Catholic background. I'm Italian American. My identity, if threatened, I respond to. Okay? Many Muslims do, many don't, because they're just too busy. They don't take any interest, etc. And yet they get concerned or upset what's happening around them. And so for me, it's really, the idea that at times frustration. Why aren't there more people who are going out of their way, whether they're young or old? It's not that there aren't a lot of people who do this, but there's a significant number that don't, and be involved in it.
I have to ask you, for years, there's been rumors swirling around about...
We should have never had breakfast together. Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm wondering, right here, right now, in front of this live audience, is there something you want to share with us?
Yeah, this I was telling her that, I'll explain it to you. I was invited to do to a program in the UAE with some representatives of the British government and Muslims, older, younger government types. It was a closed session off the record. We all know off the record, it's not off the record. And I had given a speech, I was tired, and the last panel, they asked me to give another speech, and I was the last speaker, and I decided I didn't want to do that. So what I did say is I looked into the audience's eyes and I said, I know there's a lot of questions about me in terms of my identity. The question is, the identity is the